Hello, MonstersAbound here. Abound with chronic back pain. Trapped a nerve. Nasty. As such, I might die or be turned into Robocop. Either way, with my passing either into the afterlife or into robotic law enforcement, I will have to write a will. So, some of my lucky subscribers and some of the not so lucky ones will be invited to a spooky mansion on Mourz, where they will be forced to solve puzzles, a bit like that old game, Seventh Guest, except there'll be more than 7 guests. So arrive early, because parking will be limited. You don't want to have to park in the middle of a field somewhere you'll never get out, and don't get me started on those narrow country lanes. As I was saying, like Seventh Guest, they will have to solve a number of weird puzzles, like cutting green cake and... Well, I'll be honest, the only puzzle I ever got to in that game was cutting the cake, so all of the puzzles will be in some way cake related. And then you'll be mysteriously picked off one by one. If the amount of cake is anything to go by, it'll probably be cholesterol related. The survivor will win the ultimate money can't buy prize of this YouTube channel. I say money can't buy because no one will give me any money for it. Trust me, I've tried to sell it. Anywho, while we await the hours before my inevitable back death, welcome back to Total War, Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires, and part 12 of my Fay Enchantress campaign, where I'm kind of keeping an eye on this. Now, theoretically, if these guys attack Skaven Blight, they should raise it, but I don't know if they will, so I'm going to watch that. But the Fay Enchantress needs to get some stuff done, so I might bring it down to Sartosa, maybe take out the Sartosans over here, maybe, that could be a thing. And Crusaders, Tim, and Beaumont the Beast. Do these guys cost anything? Holy shit, do you reduce the cost of questing nights by... Upkeep reduction for Grail Knights and Grail Guardians. It doesn't say anything about questing knights, but the questing knights have no upkeep. Why? Why is that? I don't know. I don't know why those are free. You don't have any skills. So, I mean, theoretically, I could have an entire army of questing knights completely free, apart from Beaumont, obviously, who's 275. I mean, I could have an entire army of questing knights for 275 monies. Seems a bit weird, because it definitely does say Grail Knights and Grail Guardians. Yeah, upkeep reduction. So that's not like... Alright, well, fine. Whatever. They're free. Apparently, questing knights for Beaumont... completely free. You have to pay. Well, look at that. Tim has to pay for his knights like a fool, like an absolute. Oh, what a tit. Never mind. Right, I want to buy Montfort off the dwarves, but I'm not like super. It doesn't need to be done right away, does it? Doesn't need to be done right away. Does it though, Alberic? Does it? We could get some more growth. I mean, campaign movement range. I don't really know what to do with you. Get a whip staff. A simple pole and rig system allows the helmsman to control the tiller from the deck. That sounds like the kind of thing that would reduce upkeep by at least 10%, and in fact, that's exactly what it does. God, they really nailed that one, didn't they? Okay, let's end the turn. Maybe I should have sent the Fay Enchantress. Well, to be honest, the Fay Enchantress needs to maintain order in Magritta for the moment. But that's fine. So we can do that. Gonna send this guy to Norska to go and do a thing for the Fay Enchantress. Apparently she wants her cup filled or something. I don't know. Triangulation. He's doing something. He's doing something useful, and that's fine. And while we're doing that, we're going to clear out Skarsnik. Knock that on the head. And then what's next? What do we do afterwards? Do we go to Norska? Do we go and kill Chaos, or do we go south to defeat the greenskins? Or do we mix it up and like go across the sea? You know, maybe have a knock on Malekith's door and say hi by kicking the shit out of him. Okay, we've got irrigation ditches. That's nice. Somewhere to put the bodies of the peasants now. And obviously not in the irrigation ditches because that would not be good. But we've got ditches, so they can, you know, pop them in there. So more income from farms, upkeep reduction for infantry as well, so that's all good. Our income has gone up a little bit, which is good. Do we want to? I say we just go for it.
My reputation precedes me.
Let's go for it, Tim. Come on, Tim.
Pious.
Come on, Tim.
Very well, I go.
Tim and Beaumont, brothers in arms, going to go and beat up Skarsnik. And I'm going to let the Skaven deal with that. I'm going to... Let's bring the Fay Enchantress down here. Are they actually doing anything? He's waggling his polearm around, isn't he? He's having a good old waggle.
No
What's he
pay,
waggling?
no pay.
Okay, well, good to know. Can we land... Really? We have to land there. I don't want to land there. Alright, let's go this way instead. Let's go this way instead. Let's go this way. Land there. We can go down and deal with that. How's the public order here? Public order is not good. Corruption. We need to deal with that corruption. But we'll deal with that in a minute. We'll deal with that little problem in a minute. Let's get Hugh Helfer. Hugh. He's going to go north and sort that out. I should have done some renaming, shouldn't I? Always forget that. Should be used to it by now. Let's get... do I want more public order? I mean, public order would be good, wouldn't it? Let's go for the public order, because I think that could be useful. I do want to confederate with these other lads, but I'm going to wait until Bretonia confederate Artois. So we could get... No, that's garbage. Why do plows? More money from farms? I mean... Ooh, each region can sustain an extra peasant unit. That sounds really good. Let's get wider plows. I like big plows, and I cannot lie. The wider the plough, the higher the yield in less time. Income from farms, construction, for infrastructure. Then we can get some good old water pumps. Yeah, the less we depend on the elements, the greater our control on our food supplies. Indeed. Oh, so good. So good. It's happening, everyone. It's happening. And I want to get another Grail Shrine here, but we're going to have to wait till next turn. The greenskins over here. How are there so many of them? There's so many greenskins. Where are they all coming from? They've only got one shitty little settlement. They shouldn't be able to have that many armies. I also noticed the top knots have Khemri, so it looks like Cetra may not serve, but he's certainly got his head kicked in. Okay, so we've got Tristan, the Lunacy. Let's head over here. Have we met these guys?
Welcome to fair Bretonia.
Well, is that Bretonia? Can I have a trade agreement?
I accept.
Thank you. Take that. Knights of Origo, we've met, but they don't have a port. So can't do anything about that. Good. That's a good start, I think. That's a good start. Maybe head eastward, see if we can find anyone over there. And let's go and beat up Sartosa, because I feel like that's what they deserve. I'm going to scooch over here. We'll go and deal with them. Skaven laying siege. If they take Skaven Blight and it's a brand new Clan Scryer faction, I'm gonna be grumpy. Gonna be very grumpy. Okay, let's bring our lads up. We're gonna have a big old ruck. Yeah, look at this. Lots of gobbos. They got spears, not anti-large though. So this is going to be brutal. Well, no sign of Skarsnik, but he certainly has brought his gobbos. There's a lot of gobbos. A lot of gobbos to kill, but we've got the armies for it. We've got Tim, or rather Cassian de Paravon, because that's what his name is. But we call him Tim because of his skyliner. And of course Beaumont, the beast. Beast Slayer, there he is. With Arthur. Jesus Christ, mate. How the fucking hell are you carrying that thing? That's massive. Good grief. Alright, well, he's got a big mace. His little beastie mace. Okay, so the European coconut carriers flying ahead. We're going to have both of our forces of cavalry on the flanks, infantry in the centre. So we've got some units advancing on our flank. The Pegasus Knights coming down against some Goblin Wolf Riders. They are going to absolutely destroy these guys. And in come some Knights of the Realm to assist. And that breaks the Wolf Riders very, very quickly. More Wolf Riders coming in. The Knights of the Realm countercharge. And I'm going to be honest, kick the shit out of them. Pegasus Knights fleeing away from that because they don't want to get caught, just in case. We've got yet more Night Goblins advancing. We need to break these Goblins. Wolf Rider broken. Right, we need to get out of here now. We don't want to get bogged down in combat. Meanwhile, over on the other flank, Knights swarming out. We spot the nasty Skulkers. Little charge there. A little charge there. Goblins flying everywhere. Cavalry engagement here as giant Spider Riders engage our Knights of the Realm. Spider Riders are awful, so that's not going to be a particularly tricky fight. Then the Pegasus Knights come in from behind, catch them in a nice little vice there, little hammer and anvil, and those Forest Goblin Riders are gone. More charges as some Knights of the Realm engage some... Oh, geez, there's goblins flying everywhere. Our cavalry are just overrunning the goblins all over the place. More goblin reinforcements are on their way, but they're not going to be here quick enough to save their vanguard, who are very, very dead. Some goblins now running for it. Will they get away? These Night Goblin archers. Running. Nope, they won't. Yep, those goblins are fucked. Meanwhile, the Arco, the peasant mob, they're fighting some goblins. I mean, you know what? It's pretty evenly matched between goblins and the peasant mob. So there is that. Not sure how well they're doing. Pretty even by the looks of it. Fortunately, the knights are coming to rescue them. Little rear charge there breaks the goblins, and yeah, here comes the main force. Lots more goblins. A lot of goblins. So we're going to bring our knights out either side. You can see we're taking a little bit of damage here, but considering we just wiped out the garrison plus a smaller army, I think that's probably fine. So some night goblins advancing, kind of like splitting them around the flanks. We're going to engage the flanks, then close on either side, as is tradition. Just waiting for the right time to pounce. Got some spider riders who have rallied and coming back to the fight. Finish them off, and then we're going to engage these goblins. We're just mobbing some goblins in that. There we go. Okay, we've opened fire. We're holding them at the centre. There we go. Lovely little charge. More goblins flying everywhere. Looking pretty good. We just need to... Now we've broken these forest goblin spider riders, we need to come round and help out some of these units. Pegasus Knights coming down against these goblins. That's going to free up this unit. That way we can then start hitting more of these units in the rear. That'll sort that little problem out. On this flank, yep, just pretty much the same. Knights everywhere, just running down goblins left, right and centre. Goblins don't really have any kind of way to deal with night charges. To be honest, the orcs in general don't really have much in the way of units to sort of hold against cavalry charges, because like the big uns are about the only anti-large unit they get, and they don't actually have charge resist, so you just kind of have to accept the charge and then deal with the problem later. Lots of goblins now running and breaking and legging it. There we go. We can see our knights mopping up on this flank over here. Quite a large blob of goblins now completely broken, getting run down. The Pegasus Knights racking up so many kills, 145 so far. More knights charging in, running in to get this goblin glory. Just going to make sure we chase down as many of these gobbos as possible so that auto-resolving the battle afterwards is nice and easy. That was absolute carnage. Let's take the forced labour. Let's have a quick look at some of the kills we got here. So 160 on the knights. I mean, all the knights did very well. At least over 100 kills. The European coconut carrier has 250 kills. Pretty impressive. All these guys, yeah, over about 140 each. Yeah. Okay, these guys got 138. But, you know, it's goblins. The Knights Errant actually did very, very well. That's 262. Jesus. It's pretty good. Mind you, these guys, 299. And all the infantry, 0. Apart from the Arcano Syndicalistic Mob, which got 46. So, you know. Not bad. We've got a Storm Banner. So, magical damage, shock imbuement. Reduces... Right, so this is quite nice, actually, because what it does is it gives the attacking units magical damage, and then it reduces the magical damage of their opponents, which means that they basically just do more damage, which is very nice. So that's good. Right, okay, so Eye Gouger dead.
Zogoth.
Well, you can say Zogoth.
I am no churl.
Alright, if we lay siege...
Protector of the realm.
If we lay siege, we can give the Electrive Banner to... I don't know, you. Just encircle for the moment.
Strike them down.
And we'll go and just nobble that guy. There we go.
Moving out.
Orc's Bane. Yes, and a hero. Tim's a hero. He is.
Onward.
Bless him. And it's gone one key. There we go, that's better.
Attack.
Always freaks me out a little bit when the camera's weird position. Right, do that. All good. Lovely. You know what? I'm going to sack it.
Death to the enemy.
I'm going to sack it. We've got the Blessing of the Lady. The lady looked down and went, "You sacked the shit out of that settlement. Good fucking job."
My strength and wisdom are
And do nothing. I was going to raise it, but I won't do that. I'll wait. We'll raise it next turn. Virtue of Empathy. No one wants the Virtue of Empathy. Dragon Lance. Now we're talking. So Bowman to get bonus first large, charge bonus, melee attack, weapon strength, and enables magical attack. Sounds good to me. Let's do that. The Beast Slayer possesses a lance forged into the shape of a snarling dragon. He often takes to the battlefield instead of his beast mace. I mean, I guess if you've got the choice, but my argument would be, why not both? And why not Zoidberg? Let's give Arthur a deadly blade.
Do you know who I am?
Yes, you're Tim. Tim Minchin. Let's young and reckless. Ah, I was young and reckless once. Well, I was young. Not so reckless. Let's grab that. Go Sky Masters. That's more melee defense. Oh, that's good. Mounted Yeoman. Nah. Holy Prowess. Okay. Wherever you may wander. Ooh, campaign movement range. All characters faction wide. That's pretty good. And Defender of Paravon. Income from trade. Growth or provinces. Vanguard deployment. Lord's army. Jesus. That's alright, isn't it? That's alright. Take that one. Right. Sir Grim, you're going to be a foe seeker. And poor old Callie of the Braid. I wasn't watching and she got her head kicked in, but that's fine. Well, I mean, I'd say it's fine. Let's go Wind Blast, because old Callie, she gives a good old Wind Blast. She does. Right.
My reputation.
Oh, she's got 2 skill points. In that case, more Wind Blast. Perfect. She's very windy. Very windy, Callie. You just it's one thing you can say about her. She's just a very windy lady. Okay, do you want to upgrade this? Nah. Oh, I do want to do this though. Let's get the Bordeaux Wine Market. Let's do that. I also want to get a Grail Shrine here. The Shrine of Manan would give us untainted improvements. Oh, it's not the worst. Gives us the ability to recruit foot squires. Okay, but what happens? I mean, if we get this, right? So, I mean, we can recruit foot squires anyway. I guess that means we could get rid of the royal barracks. But the only reason I want to do that if this place was very tainted, and it's not. Bordeaux does border 1, 2, 3, for... It does border 5 provinces. Thing is, right, gives untainted adjacent. Fine. So does this. In fact, I think it gives more. 4-3. I think it's the same. Right. 4-3, 4-3. Right. But this one gives chivalry, gives... I mean, it's just... Why would I ever build a shrine to Manan? Realistically. Gives a garrison. That's it. Pointless. No point building it. What I'm going to do instead... is I'm going to get the field, because the more income we have, the more chance we have of getting an army for poor old what's his face, Alberic. That's the one. Get him an army. Do we have a water wheel here yet? No, we want to get that one. Let's upgrade that. Let's suspense all our money. Paravon has got the Pegasus. Eri. We can also get Grail Knights now. Yes, bit of Grail Knight action. Yes, that's what we want, isn't it? And next turn we can wipe out Skarsnik, and then that's job done. Then I guess we just need to wipe out these orcs over here, which may prove slightly trickier because they are a little bit more beefy for whatever reason. There's just a lot of orcs up there. Not entirely sure why.
You seek the lady?
Okay, we are going to deal with Sartosa. I've decided. Deal with Sartosa. Keep an eye on Skaven Blights. If Clan Scry does come back, nobble that immediately and burn it to the ground. Just torch the place. Take off and nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Okay, you're running back there. That's fine. We can kill you. We can kill you. Well, I think one of Carl's armies just ran over and got its head kicked in. So... well done there. We can raise Karakazgoraz because I don't want the territory. There's no point doing it. I will join the Wood Elves. May as well. I was going to declare war on Sartosa anyway. That's just made my life a little bit easier. Well, it's removed some of the admin, hasn't it? I don't have to go to them and declare... Well, to be honest, I just surprised... Right, I just attack them, wouldn't I? I'd just do that. But... It's fine, all right. The Wood Elves declaring war on Sartosa. I was going to do it anyway. It's just we're all on the same hymn sheet now, aren't we? We're all singing from the same hymn sheets. We can deal with Sartosa. I can take that territory. Everyone's happy, apart from Sartosa, who will, of course, be dead.
Dark are these times, and dark my mood.
Hello, Life. You want to declare war? In that case, I'm bringing everyone with me. That's right. Artosa, Carrick Ziflin, Tilia, Midland, the Wood Elves, Bretonia, and the Empire. Suck a dick. The gods demand war. Well, they got it. And the Top Knots declared war on a shit ton of people. As did the Vanna Heimlings. Not sure what they were aiming for, but there we go. Right, good. Right, you need to come over here, don't you?
She calls.
Right. So as soon as we get over to these Bjornlings gathering, that will sort that problem out. We can now burn this, spot these goblins, and raise the joints. And, oh, we got a toll keeper. Very nice. And that's all she wrote for poor old Skarsnik. Let's move you over here. We'll move you over there next turn. You can't move because you raised something, but that's okay. Money is good. We want more money, though. More money. Mo money, mo better.
I hear the winds.
Thyrusa, you, my dear, are getting... you know what? I like Pan's Impenetrable Pelt. I like Pan's Impenetrable. So that's what we're going to go for. And we're going to hit Lucini. Okay, they've got a mortar and a cannonade. That's a bit of a problem. Can we deal with that? Probably be okay. Got a lot of gunny people, haven't they? Those, yeah, the cannons are going to be a problem because I don't really have any answer for them. Maybe right. I'm just going to encircle.
Witness her power.
If I had like if I had some Pegasuses in this army, I could maybe use that. But or do I just go for it?
Come forth.
Do I just go to hell with it? And just maybe I send Night Pope in. Problem is, if I send my knights in, they're going to get gunned down. I'm not sure how well they'll do against the rotting Prometheans. I do have a lot of armour. We just don't really have the armour piercing. I think we'll be okay. And if we can... I mean, I think this is going to be a tough battle. It's going to be a tough battle, but if we can win it... These guys have... They've got bronze shields, which is 35% of all small arms missile fire. Yeah! It'll be alright, won't it? It'll be alright. It'll be fine. Big problem with the vampires is that they're quite nasty. They do a lot of damage very quickly. A lot of gunpowder units, which are very nasty. Now, we've hidden our army behind this hill here because, of course, the cannon needs line of sight. So if the cannon doesn't have line of sight, the cannon can't do shit. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide behind this hill bravely and chivalrously, obviously, and hide from the dirty cannon. The mortar we won't have so much luck with, but, you know, at least we can not walk into the cannon, which is the main thing, because obviously we've got a lot of knights, and cannons are very good at picking off large units, like knights. So we've got some gunnery mob over here. There's quite a few units of gunnery mob. Got some of these Mournguls. Rotting Prometheans. Of course, we've got the animated Hulks, and we've got a boom boy. A big boom boy. There he is. Big boom boy. He just wants love. He just wants love. But he's looking for it in all the wrong places. He needs to lose some weight. Unfortunately, that's just the case. So our knights have moved around the right flank. We're taking a little bit of cannon fire, a little bit of mortar fire. We're generally okay. We just need to deal with these units over here. Ow, 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 son of a bitch. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Okay, good. We've engaged, taking some cannon fire. Oof, quite nasty. These knights errant taking some fire, getting shot. We should have already charged them. Didn't. That was my bad. We've got the Knights of the Lion-Hearted currently engaging several units of, well, everything. They're fighting them off. Knight Pope is rushing to the rescue because we're under attack by a what's this guy? Mourngul thingy. What's it? A Mourngul Haunter, that's it. So Knight Pope, it's to the rescue. No, Knight Pope bats him in the head. He's like, no, bad Mourngul Haunter, bad. Okay, so our battle pilgrims are getting mauled from every direction. Some archers opening fire on these animated hulks. The men-at-arms with polearms are going to advance against these handguns. That's going to work about as well as could be expected, which is to say, not very well. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, they're not doing very well. We've dropped a Dwellers from below on these units. That's doing a lot of damage. Also causes a lot of lag for some reason. Not entirely sure why. That's done quite a lot of damage to these guys. These guys not looking very happy now. Cavalry on the flanks are starting to mop up. But of course, the problem with undead is they don't run away. They just sort of slowly crumble. So basically, we're still engaged. Knights coming around, dealing with some of these. Tell you what, though. These guys, they got a hug from the big boy. Now, normally, the big boy didn't seem to do much damage to anything but infantry. But he hugged the shit out of quite a few of these Knights Errant, and they felt it. They really did feel it. So Knights Errant now moving up to assist our main army. Over here we do have this Feral Manticore, who I'm going to send after the cannon to knock that out. Assault of Stone there, which is our magical item. Did some more damage to these guys. They're taking a lot there. There we go. And Archers now picking them off as well. Still got some deckhand engaged down here. We're going to bring our lads up to help with that. Looks like Thyrusa is going to spear. Oh, got Catherine with a spear. Decided to run away because she blew herself up. Fair enough. Knight Pope is still engaged with the Knight Mourngul Haunter. But he's definitely... He's got this, I think. He's got this. Look at that. Bats him right in the face. Come on, you got this, buddy. I'm glad I put him on the horse. Knight Pope to the rescue. There we go. Knight Pope. No. Knight Pope. Knight Pope. Knight Pope. Okay, Knight Pope. What a guy. Took out the Mourngul Haunter. In comes our cavalry just to finish off the last few units, and the rest of the army crumbles away, leaving us victorious but bloodied. Well, a bit more damage than I expected, but not too bad. We'll occupy Lucini. Got the Book of Asher. Arcane Tomb bound in ancient dragon hide, contains much wisdom on the conjuring and subjugation of spells. And Billy Deans, he's not my lover. And Catherine Butler is dead also. And so is Marty Lowe, all dead. Re-dead. Right, we want to take Sartosa. What does... Oh, that's not great.
Who calls me hence?
That's not great. That's a nasty army, isn't it? That's a nasty army. Do I want more Winds of Magic? I kind of do. I mean, the Dwellers Below. Let's get Dwellers Below because I do quite like that. Knight Pope. Gets Blessing of the Lady. Plus 20. Wait. For everyone in... Sure, we're getting... Let's get Might of Purity because that's going to give everyone in 40... Right. No, sorry. I thought it said it was an... Oh, it is an area. Affected allies in range, yes, so it's a buff. So for 40 seconds, everyone around him gets plus 26 melee attack. Not bad. Not bad at all. Right, Tabaro, we're going to get a tavern. We're also going to get a Grail Shrine, or we would, if we could afford it. That's where I'd have a Grail Shrine, if I could afford it, and I can't. But we will. We will at some point. We'll sort that out.
Do you know who I am?
So we did that. That's all good. Got some levels to give out here. So Grim is going to get a Pegasus. Yes, he is. There you go. Never let this be said you don't get anything. And right. So I want Sky Masters because Sky Masters is going to make our Pegasus. I need to get you more Pegasus Knights. So we're going to go Sky Masters. All nobles of Power of One ride Pegasus, and often forget that the rest of the commoners need roads to get around. Commoners. Who'd have them? Okay, so now our European coconut carriers have 55 melee attack, 40 melee defense, 62 weapon strength, and 80 charge bonus. That is terrifying. Plus 129 speed, and they slow everyone around them. So that's good. That's pretty good. And we're heading over to deal with these greenskins once and for all, and down to Sartosa, although I suspect we might need help to take the city. Because that's quite a big garrison. That's a nasty garrison. They've got depth guard. They've got depth guard with pole arms. That's a lot of bad stuff we don't want to have to fight. But that's going to have to wait for next time anyway. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of the Fay Enchantress.